What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Dueling Fates podcast. Yeah, bro was not expecting me to be loud because I was caught off guard, more or less. So he can go fuck himself. Anyways,
Oh,
I'm
that's
Grayson.
my line.
That's Geek. No. Okay, you made hot cocoa
Yes.
and you put it into a Sally mug.
Yes.
The fuck?
What do you mean?
Could have picked anything.
I picked the mug I like.
I'm sure you have a Hawkeye mug.
Actually, no, I don't.
Okay, so you're just all right.
I
Anyways.
think the only Marvel one I have is a Thanos one, but it's like shaped like
Thanos
his
has
head.
to do this.
No, see, it's shaped
The
like his
Vader one.
head and is really hard to like clean.
No, sorry.
So.
It's a Kylo one I have. I apologize. But anyways, we are covering our first TV show of the day.
How many TV shows are we watching today? Oh no.
We're covering our first TV show of Dueling
Nobody's
Fates
ready for us
entirely.
to cover Supernatural.
I'm gonna
20
kill myself.
seasons of 20 episodes
I'm gonna
apiece.
kill
Let's
myself.
go.
Anyways, to skirt around the idea of the holiday season, we decided to cover Hawkeye because it is a Christmas-timed show.
Sorry, I'm distracted and a little annoyed.
Yeah, that's what I am right now too. Why are you annoyed? Are you looking for a Hawkeye on your sweater?
Yeah, well, it's a T-shirt, but yes.
That's a sweater.
But it's got all of the OG Avengers except Hawkeye. It's even got Black Widow.
'Cause no one gave a shit
That's
about
so
Hawkeye,
depressing. I didn't
and
realize.
Still this.
Well, that's false. I did.
That's sad.
No, it's
gonna
not.
real-
What do you
that's
mean?
so
How is that sad?
He has the least amount of fucking personality, as stated in the show. Like they fully admit to it.
No, he had a
no
ton of personality. You didn't watch Age of Ultron.
I did.
No,
it's-
ever since ever since Quicksilver ran off and he drew his bow and he's like, I can do it. No one would know. I can do it. I've loved Hawkeye since that exact moment.
I would have pointed to the. She doesn't make sense anymore. I have a fucking bow. There's a.
Oh, well, that's a good
Ryan
moment.
Reynolds.
Right. He doesn't have any personality except for all this personality. Shut up.
Oh, because he quips. Oh my god. You know
Hey.
who else does that? Iron Man.
Yeah,
Captain
but
America.
Iron Man's rich, so fuck that guy.
Okay.
Captain America, name one quip. I could do this all day.
Shit.
Language.
Exactly.
No, okay. So we're supposed to be talking about this show.
Anyone want to get off before we begin?
No, it's before we get started. Does anybody want to get out?
I don't give a shit.
You're talking to the king of the nerds. You gotta
No,
get
you're
your
a
quotes
geek.
right.
No, you can't be a nerd and a geek at the same time. Choose one.
No, I'm both.
Fuck you.
I am the king of the nerds. That's why I'm a geek.
No, King of the Nerds is a really Revenge of the Nerds is a really fucked up show movie.
But yeah, Hawkeye is my favorite piece of Christmas media.
I would say it's not far off for me. I couldn't give you like for sure right now.
I'm just giving you a for sure because every time I watch it, I love it. It doesn't ever change.
So, well, you're seeing Christmas media entirety. I'm thinking like Arkham Origins, Miles Morales. There's stuff out there that I'd be like, I prefer to. Like once December hits, I'm telling you, December 1st is when I start my replays of Arkham Origins and Miles Morales every year.
I don't know if I ever beat Arkham Origins.
Arkham
Miles
Origins
Morales,
is
I did.
fantastic. Okay.
I just kind of
won't
forgot that
ever-
was set during Christmas time.
I won't ever hear the shit on Arkham Origins. It's a fucking great game. Should be long in the fucking annals of history like the other Arkham games are.
You did what to your where now?
Yeah, in history.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
where do you want to
Hawkeye.
start with this show?
Yeah, this is the thing. What I was thinking about this for like the last week since I told you, hey, I finished Hawkeye, is how the fuck are we gonna cover this shit? Or do you want to go episode by episode? Do you want to do?
I don't know. I think we just cover it. Like you got the story beats. You just go where you want to go.
See,
I think. If you want to go episode by episode, let's go episode by episode. I'm so down. I don't care.
Well, I personally, I don't like the first 2 episodes are great by themselves, but like we don't really get into the show. I feel like in its entirety once we hit until episode 3, that's called Echoes. Once we get introduced to Maya, it starts to really push into the actual like narrative, and like we start going fast paced. It like even when we were here for another 4 hours, it makes you keep wanting to keep watching. It keeps you on your toes,
dude. The constant cliffhangers at the end of every episode, they're so good. But watching them pissed me off again because I remembered watching this show for the first time and actually having cliffhangers, and I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. What do you mean I don't get to know until next week? And then I watched it all in one go, so I'm like, what do you mean I don't? Oh, right, I'm just gonna watch the next episode now.
So Geek, do you remember we were talking about Star Wars and Force Awakens, about how like that was your favorite time period because everyone was making theories and shit?
Yeah.
This time period, like WandaVision to like She-Hulk, favorite time in Marvel history for me.
It's good stuff.
Because everyone was still like post Endgame, like still high on it and then they just fall off because probably because of women and probably because of POC. It seems like a lot of them are.
Which is wild because I'm not gonna say, okay, real quick, just MCU stuff since Endgame. I gotta double check. Has there been a single thing I've like actually not liked? Yes.
Eternals is the only thing I haven't.
No, liked. I liked Eternals.
I know, but I'm saying personally, actually, I forgot it was a Marvel shirt today as well.
Black Widow.
You didn't like Black Widow?
No. Because
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
The timing of that movie was stupid.
Okay, you cannot criticize. Well, you can. You can criticize Marvel. Don't criticize the movie for its time where it was.
It just shouldn't.
Released.
It shouldn't have existed at that point. You either should have made it earlier or just never made it.
Counterpoint: there's only one person in my mind that could actually play Elena to its full extent, and that is Florence Pugh. We would not have Florence Pugh if it was made at any of those time periods.
I mean, they could have just not made the movie and gave us Florence Pugh.
Yeah, but like introducing Elena in any other place besides the Black Widow movie.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is, I don't know, because so this was the bigger one. Hawkeye and like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier are like 2 of my favorite pieces of Marvel media. I love Falcon and Winter Soldier. WandaVision, I don't know. I don't hate it. The early episodes, I just couldn't give a fuck.
The early episodes are the best parts of the fucking show.
It was. I wasn't that much of a fan, and that's okay. We're all allowed our own thing.
Well, the thing is that I didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier when it first came out because I really don't like that side of Marvel per se, like Captain America and that like area.
Captain America's the GOAT.
He's like his movies are great. Besides one of them.
Which one's bad?
Civil War.
Civil War's a good movie.
I hate looking at it.
Why?
It's gross looking.
What does that mean?
We talk about things being gray nowadays.
Oh.
That movie is just gray. Like, there's no other colors.
Well, there's lots of colors.
The only good, like, again, I will stand by this. Like, the only great parts about that movie are Spider-Man and Black Panther.
Wild, but all right. We're not here to talk about Civil War, so moving on.
Yeah. Like,
you don't like that side of Marvel.
I didn't really care for it that much. I don't really care for the Captain America story. Like, I'll watch it. I like the Winter Soldier. I like the First Avenger, but I really don't care for it. Like, I won't like I'll go see the new one coming out, more or less. There's some controversy around that, but like,
why?
I'm not like super hyped for it because there's an Israeli soldier character. Palestine.
Okay. What?
Yeah, that's why there's controversy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that's why that was controversy.
Cool. You want to finish your point? No. All right. Hawkeye. Where are we starting?
I just didn't care for it, and like that's why I prefer the Mystic side of things. I haven't watched fully through Agatha, but I really don't like the new guy. So.
The new guy?
Yeah, the guy who's played Wiccan.
Oh.
There's some people when you just like look at them, and you want to punch them in the face.
I haven't watched Agatha at all yet, so
Well, I want to
which
punch them
is
in the face.
weird because normally I like watch them immediately.
Yeah,
I,
didn't you watch Echo right away and like
yeah,
hated it?
I didn't. Okay, it was just that sounds really bad. I'm not a weirdo. I just didn't enjoy it. It was weird. Like I don't
I
know.
haven't seen Echo yet, so
It's not bad. It's just not. It wasn't for me, and that's okay. Not every
yeah.
piece of media is for every person, and that's
Which is why
okay.
I really love Phase 4 because it did not cater just to one audience. It catered to one audience rather than the general audience.
Right.
You didn't like She-Hulk? Cool, go ahead and watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It felt like a comic book, and the universe is building upon itself. And people were like, "There's no fucking direction." I'm like, "That's good for this point in time in history because
There doesn't
they're trying
always
to
need to
build."
be, and like the connections will always exist. That's why that all that fan service stuff isn't fan service. It's just the connections in universe that need to exist. Daredevil randomly popping up all the time is good.
Yeah,
Because first of all, it
it's
makes sense, and second of all, those are the little threads that connect. Not everything is an Avengers level threat.
mm-hmm.
Like
If Spidey shows up in Daredevil,
he should,
fucking fantastic.
but
He
not for
should.
like a ton. But like, honestly, I'd be cool if it was just like him swinging by and like,
Well,
hi.
there was a theory before the last episode of Hawkeye dropped because No Way Home
Yeah,
came out like right before the ending, and they're both in Rockefeller. So like
but
they
I
thought
think
that Spider
the
was gonna
the
swing
year
by.
doesn't match
It's
up.
a year off, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think this one's in 2023
I
and
think so.
No
Yeah,
Way Home's in 2024.
something like that. Yeah.
Uh, even though they were both released in 2021.
But
I think
yeah.
it's still 5 year gap.
Uh,
I really
so
want to see shit in the 5 year gap though.
I love. So I just want to jump into where this show begins, like showing the invasion in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I love showing Hawkeye as just anybody's like favorite hero because that it like almost makes no sense because no one would ever think of Hawkeye, obviously, but it
Mhm.
also makes a ton of sense when you think of. I know Marvel didn't really go the same way with like Black Widow that the comics do because technically she's also a super soldier.
Yeah.
But to me, Hawkeye has always
Kinda did.
been like the one that is the most attainable if you're just a person. Like if you're a kid, you could grow up to be Hawkeye.
Mhm.
Like you just got to get really good with a bow and really good at fighting. Whereas like
Yeah.
you're not going to grow up and be the Hulk. You're not going to grow
I
up and
mean,
be Tony Stark. Now, Kate Bishop might have been able to. She's rich, but not Tony Stark rich is the issue there.
true.
Tony Stark might not even be. It's the line from Far From Home or No Way Home. Yep, Far
Far
From
From
Home.
Home's London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's also just after Tony's. Yeah,
Tony's death
yeah,
happens in
because
yeah.
the line is you're never gonna be able to live up to Tony. Tony
Yeah.
couldn't live up to Tony.
Shout out John Favreau 3 weeks in a row now.
I love John Favreau. Just I think as a person, it seems like there's a dog. There's two dogs actually.
And yeah, I wonder if he's figured out how to lay down.
But I love showing Hawkeye as like her favorite hero, which I know that's Kate Bishop's origin story. Don't question me. I understand how comics work, but I don't know. It did become a thing of like, how were you gonna tell that story for
Mhm.
the MCU? Just because Hawkeye is so much like a background character for the Avengers in universe, which is the point. Like he explains it in this show. My entire job has been keeping myself a secret.
Yeah, but like, so was Natasha's.
Right, and I don't think she was that in like known either. What is they were making no noise. Why did you mute?
No, he was throwing a fit. There's what this has background cancel. He was throwing a fit.
Yeah,
So I had
so
to make
just
one.
keep going. They're dogs. They
Dang.
dog.
They're being dickheads to each other. This is what they do.
They're dogs. They dog. Um, I don't know. I think I forgot what I was gonna say. You got words?
I mean, the first episode doesn't do too much besides of the events of like how we're gonna like this is
Yeah.
the general story, and it revolves all on the Ronin thing, which I really appreciate because I thought we weren't gonna touch Ronin after Endgame.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be like, all right, it's done with, because that's what Marvel does a lot. They will introduce things and then just like never touch the consequences of that
Yeah.
thing. Like even nowadays, like I know people complain about it all the time, but the Eternals set up that fucking celestial just like
Right.
on Earth.
Well, to be fair,
I'm not.
since that happened, what was WandaVision supposed to show it? Like, my question's always like, how do you want them to fit that in? Do you just want them to shoehorn in stuff just to appease you, you weirdo? Like,
That's
in situations where it makes sense, sure, but like, it hasn't made sense.
It's probably a Fantastic Four thing. They'll probably use it as like a base or some shit like that.
Right? I think they're gonna talk about it in the new Captain America movie, where it makes sense. Since the main villain is the president, I guess.
It's not. It's Giancarlo Stanton.
I promise, Sidewinder is not the main villain of anything.
That who he is, I think. Did I get confirmed?
I think so.
It's like George Washington something.
No, not really.
So I don't know if he's been confirmed yet.
I think it's Sidewinder, but I don't actually know.
And if it's the president,
yeah,
kudos to fucking Marvel for looking ahead of time.
Red Hulk, dude.
It's not the main villain though. Red Hulk's rarely ever a villain. He was a villain in the Hulk story when he first appeared, but that's about it. It's fucking Thunderbolt Ross. Like, he's still a good guy. He's like Jameson. Jameson has a good heart, but like, he just doesn't like one of the characters.
Yeah, I think it is confirmed actually that he's Sidewinder.
Okay.
So
it might be. I don't know. How many fucking Captain American villains can you name?
Ooh. How many can I name?
Yeah, don't look up anything.
I don't. Truly Captain America villains. I don't know. How many any villains can you name? Like, tied to a specific
Captain America,
character.
it's Red Skull,
yeah.
Crossbones. That's it.
And
then, like,
I mean, does like I was gonna say, does Arnim Zola count?
Well, yeah, because he's the Hydra entity, but like, again, but like Spider-Man, you can name like there's Venom, there's Doctor Ock, there's Green Goblin, there's Venom.
I mean, technically, Hitler. Don't forget about Hitler. He literally punches him in the face on the cover of the.
We need to punch more Hitlers.
Zemo, we forgot about Zemo.
Oh, sorry.
You forgot Zemo, you bitch.
Yeah, I typically do forget about Zemo.
That's
against one with the consequences thing.
Also, don't forget about Flag Smasher.
Okay, great. Flag Smasher, D-list villain.
MODOK.
Is MODOK a Captain America villain or
sometimes Red Guardian? We never got to see them interact, but
he says they have.
I don't know. Anyways, if I still believe that is not him interacting with Steve.
I think it's Isaiah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't even want them to confirm it. Because they just pissed off people, and I just want to like maintain in my head that's Isaiah, and him just being really like, him not like registering like Captain America being a white man beforehand, and now it's not longer a white man.
Yeah. All right. So the first episode then goes. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, she breaks that bell, and I don't really understand how the bell broke, but that's fine.
It's old.
I don't care.
They said it's like a 200-year-old university, and she put too much. That thing probably hasn't been rung in like 70 years.
No, I think it rings every day, like every bell does. What? She rang it too hard?
Yeah.
Like
Did she like make a mini explosion?
No.
I swear she rang it like rigged it to a big explosion.
No, it like rigged to the. It was an arrow that would grab on.
Yeah.
To the thing, it
But
never
like,
exploded.
Do you want pull goes into one like
Yeah, not
bow?
that much.
A lot does. It's
Yeah,
like
not that.
150
Not enough
hour
to break a bell down, dude.
with enough speed. Yeah, probably.
No.
I don't know. It's fucking Marvel. It doesn't matter. And it also broke a clock. So
Yeah, I know. They broke the clock too. Damn clock. I'm trying to remember how. Oh, this show starts off by showing us our fourth straight bad father, except not really, because Hawkeye actually tries. But
yeah,
he like kind of still is bad.
we got that mom in this show.
True. No, and a bad father figure for sure. Wilson Fisk is a horrible person. You can't.
He means well.
No, he doesn't. He literally murdered her dad, who was his friend, and then lied to her about it and gaslit her.
I'm thinking like Vanessa stuff, but like Daredevil, like the TV show.
I'm talking about Echo. Maya,
I haven't seen Echo. I don't fucking know.
The character in this show, you stupid bitch. The thing that is described in this show, their relationship in this show. It doesn't matter if you've seen Echo, you dumb bitch. Why are you talking about stuff that happened in a different show? Well, I'm talking about this show. You're an idiot. God, I hate this guy.
One, and we jumped over right to like 3 and 6. So
true.
But they're invited to like they have a fucking holiday party and they're selling black market shit.
Right.
Great fucking choreography in the fucking fight scenes. I love fight scenes that don't use generic like weapons. Like she's fighting with beer like wine bottles and whiskey bottle half that fucking fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets herself wrapped up into the tracksuit mafia, which is the best part of this fucking show.
Dude, I love bringing in such goofy villains. I really do.
I haven't read the.
You haven't read much Hawkeye? Shocker.
It's in my wish list to get this fucking run because I really want to read it because Kate Bishop, after the show release, I just started learning a lot about her, and I fucking love her. So I need to read the original run. But apparently they're ripped straight out of the fucking page.
Yeah, it's great.
Trust her, bro.
I love those trucks.
And I love that they don't treat these guys as like full on villains. They treat them with like they have their own lives. They're just kind of doing this for like a buck.
Right. I love the one guy who's just like talking about his girlfriend and then gets advice. And then, I just want to say thank you. What's with the gun?
It just creates such a great dynamic between them and Kate. I'm less to Clint, but they still also interact with Clint that way, and it's refreshing to see that they're like in this world we're only given like these the bad guys, they need to be stopped. That these guys, hey, they're kind of just taking orders at this point, like.
Right. This is the first time Marvel's really showed us a set of true goons.
Yeah.
That aren't just nameless, faceless goons.
Yeah. Like the Chitauri or the Ultramods, yeah.
These guys are just dudes who get paid. They're just doing their job.
It's their 9 to 5, yeah. What happens in episode 2? Oh my god. This is when we like learn that Clint's deaf, isn't it?
No, we learned that first episode because we learned that immediately upon seeing him because he's at the Captain America show.
Yes.
Rogers the Musical, that's what it's called. Because he's sitting there and he has his hearing aid turned off and his daughter just keeps going, Dad. And then she like, oh, yeah, you had that off the whole time? Yeah. Because then he goes to the bathroom and sees that Thanos was right on the urinal.
Yeah.
And then immediately some weird dude breaks every rule, stands in the urinal directly next to him.
Yeah, no, you never do that.
And then immediately goes, hey, man, can I get a picture? It's like, dog, my dick's out. No.
Dude, that reminds me of like a whole, I'm pretty sure it's just a reference to a Rooster Teeth thing because that was like a whole big thing. But it might be just a famous person thing in general. People just walking up to the urinals and asking for a picture.
Oh, that's so weird.
It probably happens a lot.
I'm sure lots of things happen a lot.
I
Oh
think
my
it
God.
the I think adding on to the Rogers thing is I think it's funny that they just add Ant-Man
Yeah.
because he could have been there. We just didn't know.
No, he wasn't.
I know, but like the original idea was to have him show up in that. But like I thought it was funny because
Yeah, but
like
he wasn't.
he's just there.
Nah, he wasn't though.
Yeah, but in the
I
music,
love how annoyed Clint got with that. He's like, he wasn't even fucking there. Second episode. What does happen? My God, how did I already forget?
Oh, the dog. She
Nope,
saves the dog
that's
in the first
also the
episode.
first one.
Yeah, she saves the dog in the first episode. Clint interacts with her for the first time at the end of the episode, and they go back to Kate's original place where it gets Molotov.
That also, I think the Molotov is still the first episode.
I'm pretty sure the Molotov's the second.
God,
episode.
now my brain, I don't know at all. I don't know. Because I watched this all in one go, it's all one thing to me.
Well, then the first episode is her getting the hood ripped off her by Clint. Where he goes, "You gotta be kidding me!" And he's like, "You're Hawkeye."
Man, I really don't remember where it ended.
It doesn't really fucking matter as long
It
as we're
doesn't.
in the world.
Uh,
I'm excited to get to episode 30. So.
Oh my God, I do love the mommy, a superhero, and the kid starts running towards Hawkeye and then runs right past him.
Like,
hey, look, I think that one's you. No, that's Katniss Everdeen. Your problem's branding. No, my problem is you and this ninja suit and the people trying to kill you because of this ninja suit. The whole thing's a problem that I'm going to solve today so I can go home to my family. No, it's branding.
I think this is the because the suit gets taken by a firefighter.
Yes.
After the fire, so he's go get to a LARPing session, which
I love.
Honestly, if they really wanted to make this in the movie, they could have cut that plot point.
No, that was great, and you needed them all to exist later.
No, okay, you don't really need to.
Yeah, you do.
You don't.
They need them for the final fight. You fucking loser.
In this plot, they do, but if you cut that, you can find.
Oh, if you cut that and just change the show in its entirety. Shut up.
No, because this originally was supposed to be a movie. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no,
like if you wanted to make
it was never supposed to be a movie. I don't accept that because that would have been really dumb and really bad. Because you also would have had to have cut all of Maya's plot also.
Yeah, you probably would have.
That's really stupid. That would have been a really shit-tastic movie.
I'm not saying he would have been stupid. This is obviously a better fucking thing that it did because it fleshes out characters more. But like, yeah, this was supposed to be a movie originally. I know that for sure because I remember they offered it during as a movie, and then like they just figured that they couldn't have time and like with everything going on, so they just like, hey, we can make it a show for Disney Plus, and we make less money, but like we get more story, and you'd be like, sure.
Kate Bishop is guy, bro. Kate Bishop is not guy. Kate Bishop is not guy.
Crash into the fucking spotlight. The spotlight, the fucking.
Oh, dude. Yeah. No, I was almost gonna get you unlinked from the suit. Oh. Well, damn.
Haley Steinfeld is the perfect pick.
Yes.
For Kate Bishop, because she plays it to such a level of like, she's so comedic in her dialogue, and so like she's perfect for it. She plays it like a early 20s, late teens person because she's 21 in this, I guess. She's just a perfect pick for it, and I'm so glad that she's in an MCU because she's such a great actress, man. We'll talk more about great actresses in a minute because the dynamic over there is.
I don't think it's the next episode, but in the next one we get all the trick arrows.
Yeah, it's such a fun sequence. The fucking
dude, I'm so mad that they wrecked that 72 Charger though, or Challenger. Sorry.
It's so fucking funny because he's like,
I'm
I'm not
not
gonna fucking
smashing a 72 Challenger. And then it gets wrecked, and he's like, and the Challenger gets smashed anyways.
Well, he wouldn't have got smashed if he just fucking took it.
Right. Well,
The
no, it
windows
still
just
would have,
fucking
but
the windows would bash him. But other than that, um, but again, they used Clint's deafness to comedic effect at the same time.
yeah.
It's
I love
it's
that whole interaction. I can't drive. Yeah, you drive, okay? I can't hear you, but you drive.
it'd be better if we turned around. I think we should turn around.
Man, this would be easier if we turned around. Yeah, this would be easier if we were going the other way, right? Yeah.
This show, it's so easy to punch down on people who have disabilities, but it doesn't punch down. It punches up using deafness.
Yeah.
And shows that to a great amount, and I love the representation. And again, people be complaining because representation. Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that just reminded me of the using the phone call when he thinks
The
it's his
fucking
wife
pad.
and it's the kid and the notepad.
Yeah.
I loved that scene.
It's so touching, and it cements those characters together.
Yep.
Because the dynamic and the character interactions and their relationship are so much better in this because it's a TV show and they can grow upon it. Like,
Yep.
I love the Marvels, and I'm gonna use the Marvels as an example here. But their relationship isn't as
Yeah.
solidly like presented because you have 2 hours and that's about all you get.
Right.
Great movie,
Dude,
but the relationships in that movie aren't as great as they could be.
I'm gonna say this. I think Marvel needs to lean more into TV shows.
Because that's comics.
Right.
Like, you have comic characters, use the comic format.
As much as I have my issues with how the Arrowverse did it, that's still the best version of the DC universe because it allowed those characters to exist. The issue with that really isn't even the entire universe. It is specifically Arrow, and that is just because that's not the Green Arrow.
It's Batman.
Which I understand. They couldn't use Batman, so they just made Oliver Queen Batman because, I mean, it works, I guess. I mean, they're very similar, him and Batman. Rich
No,
guys with skills? Yeah, pretty much.
No,
I know. They're not. It's my favorite thing. Stephen Amell should play Green Arrow in the new movies. No, he should play Batman.
I would kill myself.
He could be a good Batman. He can't be a good Green Arrow.
There's better Batman for people out there.
Did Stephen Amell do something that should make me upset, or are you just being a cunt?
No, I'm just saying, like,
okay.
Richardson would be a lot better as a
no,
Bruce Wayne and
he wouldn't.
Batman.
No, he wouldn't. Just because big does not mean good Batman.
Never did that because of that. I've been saying because I watched fucking Reacher.
Yeah, and he does not make sense as Batman. I will never believe his voice could work as Batman. Okay. Dude's got a higher pitched voice than me. It's not going to work.
Okay, well, that's not the point of this episode, and I can get this argument with you later.
No, right now, you bitch.
We need to talk about Hawkeye.
Yeah, you know who's perfect? Not really. Not as a person, but well, both castings. I love Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye.
Jeremy Renner is a good actor, and that's all I can really say about him.
Because the other thing is conjecture, and you don't actually know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. The only thing I've ever seen people hate him for is because he like didn't record stuff with the rest of the cast, and it's like.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, my issue is that he is just a good actor. He doesn't do anything above what he can do. Because like you can watch any other Marvel actor in any other project, they will give their fucking soul to that thing.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, you watch him in the movies, kind of like, I'm Jeremy Renner, I'm here.
Kinda, yeah.
He gets that most of his soul into this performance.
Right, I was gonna say his best performance is as Hawkeye, and I'll take it because that's the only one I care about.
I haven't seen above that from Renner. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my only issue with him. Like, I've seen Steinfeld give more soul in projects than this. I've seen her give less soul in projects, but like, she's a great actress. Like, but Renner's just kind of like, he's consistent but average.
But yeah, the Pym arrow was cool. I love that.
Shoot up.
There are no trick arrows, We can use trick arrows. I the constant lying from him is so funny.
Well, because that was his job, and like
No, well, and he doesn't want the kid to be involved, but then she keeps being involved. So he's like, I guess.
I can feel like you can feel it from Kate being like, you can tell me anything, and I will take you to the fucking grave.
Right.
Like she'll not give that man up for anything.
Yeah.
It's great.
Plunger
arrow.
What happens in this episode? We see the flashback of how Maya's dad died, and all of the flashback of like her childhood growing up.
Wasn't fully necessary. The dad flashbacks, yes, but like the whole like child growing up.
No, showing her connection with her dad to show why it mattered.
Well, you could have showed that without like.
No, you couldn't have.
All the other shit.
Too many people's dads are absent. You can't just assume anybody would care because they watched their dad die.
Fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like they needed to show that it mattered to her, so that this would make sense.
True. I in my mind, I'm thinking they're trying to backdoor pilot this to Echo right now.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but
that's what I'm just. That's what all my brain is thinking. Like they're just trying to backdoor pilot it.
But to me, at least that made sense. Trying to think of what else was this episode.
Echoes.
Trying to remember episode by episode is really tough.
Yeah.
For me, for whatever reason.
Can't remember if Echoes is no, because episode 4 is the ending that I want to touch on, because that was a big ending in the Marvel community. So I remember between this episode and next episode, they were trying to like the whole community was trying to figure out who the fuck the masked person was in the promo material, because no one can figure it out. Even though you take 2 seconds to look in the comics, you find it out easily.
I do not know what you are saying to me. What are you talking? What
is it? Your brain trauma talking?
Maybe. I don't know. What are you?
Because the promo material between episode 3 and 4, Echoes and I think it's Ronan, is there's a masked person who's Yelena.
Yeah.
And like all the casuals are like, who the fuck could this be? And then like one comic dude was like, it's shown like in this one like box in a comic, it's Yelena.
Yeah. So next episode's where we get Yelena. And we get dude.
Florence Pugh is fucking fantastic.
That's not even where I was going.
Okay. Well. We haven't talked about her mom or the swords dude.
Because her mom hasn't really mattered yet. To me, they did a great job, at least early in the show, with Jack and making it appear that he was going to be a bad guy. They did such a good job with that. The mom, I always kind of knew some shit was going on with. It didn't make sense.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's Vera Farmiga. And when Vera Farmiga's that's the actress.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen her in anything.
In The Conjuring.
Never seen The Conjuring.
Just her, she's so good. She's great. But you can tell that she's up to something because she's not being fully transparent with Kate, and it keeps barging down on her for the wildest shit.
Yeah.
That's bad mom.
And then you're the whole like, I get not wanting your kid to be a hero in that sense, because like being a superhero, that's not safe. Like, you know, but like she was so weird about it.
Yeah,
it wasn't just I want you to be safe. It was like I don't want you to find something out, and you could tell that was her point, and that sucks.
And it sucks.
I did initially, before they started calling it a Rolex, I thought the watch that they were after in the show was a time watch. Like one of the, things that they had used to travel back in time. And I was very confused at like, I get why you'd want that, but if you didn't have the time machine, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
The Rolex is such a small thing, and I know they use it as a plot device to get to more into Maya and then get Elena showing up, but not just using it as the plot device, be like, oh, it's just Clint's Rolex when he was Ronin, and there's like his DNA on it. It's like, hey, it's also his fucking family, like his wife, who is
Well, it
also
was
Velma.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
I
who's
was like,
Velma
what do
in
you
live
mean?
action?
Yeah. No, I thought you
So
meant like a character. I'm like, who? You
no,
did, but not in this. No,
but it
it's
touches on her background.
well, because it's her watch. It's not Clint's.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it touches on her background. They could have easily just made it Clint's,
Oh yeah,
but they're like, no, we're gonna actually use this as like,
it's her
hey,
watch. She's
remember,
Agent 14.
it,
I think that's what it was.
she's Mockingbird. That's her. That's
It's
her.
yeah,
That's
but
her.
it was a Shield watch with the number 19 on it. You didn't see that on the back of
Oh
the watch at the end.
no,
She's Agent
I wasn't
19
really, I
or
wasn't really
14. I
looking.
don't. I can't remember the
Well,
numbers. Fours and
Agent
nines.
13 is Sharon.
Right.
So
No, 14 or 19. See,
I don't fucking.
two things
I don't
that could be the. No, I'm just saying. I never said 13. I said
know.
two
No, I'm just saying
numbers that could be
I'm just saying,
mistaken for each other
and
depending on
I'm
the font
just
you use.
saying Agent 13 is Sharon. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, but
And world building bullshit that they're
yeah, the apartment break-in is funny. You know, we could have picked a taller roof to get in there with.
doing.
Well, no,
No,
you got to prioritize a quick exit over a quick entrance, which that's actually a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like
And
Clint is good at this.
And then I love Kate's entrance because she's like, "Oh, just common sense, you know. Hey, someone's gonna be going into the place. I'll just
Yeah, let
follow
me
them
help
in."
this guy, and then I'll go up, and then I'll creep him out. I'm talking to an Avenger.
And then Kate's
Thanks,
like,
random lady with a bow. That's the part that bugged me in this show. I get it's New York, but this bitch has walked around New York the entire time with a bow and arrow, and nobody has said anything. Nobody has looked. Nobody has given a fuck.
the thing that bothers me so much more is that it's such a fucking big ass bow too.
Yeah.
It like she's like, "What do you do about the bow issue?" She's like, "Collapsible." I'm like, give her a collapsible bow. I know you have one, bitch. I know you have one.
Yeah,
Give
his
her-
bow.
Yeah, but there's probably another bow out there. Or you're a fucking shield agent. Call one in.
Ah, yes, because he called in so much work and help this whole time.
He did
Ah.
for his wife.
Yeah, information that didn't have to get dropped in. Yeah, she'll send the bow over the phone, douchebag. What do you? How do you think that's gonna work?
I don't know. Have Maria send it. Oh wait, she might be dead at the point.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know. That part of the timeline gets wonky. I
That
forgot
also
Secret
sucked
Invasion
too.
exists.
Yep, I forgot about that too. I'm like, that sucked though.
I really tried not to let it suck. I thought it. I tried to make it be okay. So in my head, it's okay, and then I forgot about it.
It is bad because they used AI and then they kill Maria for no reason.
I mean, I think there was a reason.
A bad reason.
Yeah. Well.
That's enough for it to be a bad show, in my opinion.
What else happened? Oh, Yelena.
Yeah.
Did she? I can't remember how this episode ends. Does this one end with the flash of her and then it starts next episode with her actually mattering? No, that's all one episode.
They push Kate off, but at the end of this episode, yeah. Like you gotta let go, kid, and then cut the wire.
Oh yeah, no, I mean the first time she gets chucked off the building, Clint's reaction to that was insane.
Yeah, you just got a fucking kid killed at that point. Like,
well, no, it's just the exact flashback to Nat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, crushing, and then him yeeting over the side, and she's just like there, like, pull me up, dickhead. And he's just like, oh my god, I thought another one died. If I had a nickel for every time my partner got thrown down and died on the ground, it would only be 2 nickels, but it's she would have died.
She would have broken bones.
No, she would have been dead.
The lights stopped her in the first when he cut her down. So
yeah, the lights that were on a different part of the building, and also that's like 10 stories, dude. She's dead.
Yeah, terminal velocity hits at some point, right?
I don't think you understand what terminal velocity means.
This is the max speed
I think
you
you're
can
just
personally
saying
reach.
things. Right, and if you reach terminal velocity, do we know what terminal means?
Doesn't necessarily mean you die. The squirrels don't die from terminal velocity.
What?
Squirrels don't die from terminal velocity.
Squirrels don't technically. Okay, we're moving on because you're an idiot.
Anyways, that roof fight scene, fucking phenomenal fight choreography. I like everything fucking matters
Yes.
in that fight. Every single move, and obviously, you know, Black Widow is supposed to be the most efficient killer in the world. We don't know that at that point in time. Maya's a trained killer, but like, we don't exactly know what she's capable of at this point. Like, we know she's capable of enough, but
Right.
and then you have a shield agent, and then you have some kid who's got way too big of a fucking boat. That boat bothered me through this whole fucking show. I'm not
No, the
even
bow is
kidding
the
you.
correct size.
No, I understand that, but it's big and it's clumsy, and I'm like even at the end of the show, like when like they're retiring Ronin, he could have handed her a bow that's not 5 feet
Well,
fucking tall.
that could still happen later.
It doesn't happen because in the Marvel she has that fucking bow.
I swear I don't remember her in the Marvels.
Kamala recruits her as a young Avenger.
Oh, at the very okay, yeah. I was like, I don't remember her being in that movie at all because she
She's
wasn't
in it for 5 seconds.
in a post-credit scene. She
Yeah,
wasn't
she's
in the
still
movie.
in the movie.
So
in the quantities of the time.
I'm thinking, well, no, since it was a post-credit scene, it would be after the movie by definition.
No, it's still in the fucking movie. It just to the credits.
Yeah, so after the movie.
The movie ends when that scene ends. Okay.
No.
Fuck you.
No. So yeah, I don't know. Damn, I forgot there was the Thanos was right mug. A lot of Thanos was right for Clint in this show.
Yeah, because it means a lot. Because like, that's the reason why he like that sentiment. It's like, then what did Nat sacrifice herself for? Like,
well, and it's extra big for him because it's like his family was what got wiped out. Like, no matter which way the world stayed, like Thanos was right and you keep that world, he loses his family. Thanos was wrong and you reverse it all, he loses Nat. No matter what happens, he loses. It's tough. Poor Clint.
I love that they actually touched the fucking snap. I wish a lot of things would, I wish we get something between the 5 years. We have nothing from that time period.
Does suck.
You could give us something.
Part of me wishes they would have waited 5 years to release Endgame.
Yes.
Not done it a year in between, but put a bunch of stuff in the middle and just left it with a bunch of people being dead.
Sony wouldn't allow it.
That's stupid.
I didn't say it wasn't stupid. I'm just saying, we wouldn't get stuff until last year.
I'm fine with that. Imagine Endgame didn't drop until last year. You had 5 years of build-up to see what was going to happen, and you just kept getting movies like shows or movies in between that are just like everybody's gone.
Hey, Geek, who are the characters remaining after Infinity War?
There's so many.
It's just the OG6, my guy.
No, it's not.
Bucky's gone. Falcon's gone. Spidey's gone. Black Panther's gone. Wanda's gone.
Yes.
Clint's family's gone.
Clint's family. Well, we didn't know Yelena was gone. We didn't know Yelena existed.
Fuck you.
Hey, that might have been the perfect time for a Black Widow movie.
Maybe, but Geek, guess what? No one knows how to fucking do shit.
Hey, Ant-Man was around.
No, he was stuck in the quantum realm.
Yeah, but he was alive. Like he literally.
He got it for 5 hours. That's it.
Rocket, Nebula, Valkyrie,
stranded on a planet.
Rocket and Nebula. They get back. Yeah. They really weren't stranded. Well, they were, but
Tony almost died because of it.
that's fine.
Anyways. Huh.
Trying to think. I don't know. Captain Marvel. We could just give us a Ronin movie.
This is the Ronin movie, my guy.
No, this is Hawkeye. He
do
puts
wish
on the suit
more.
for all of a minute, and
Yeah,
is fucking awesome. Oh my god!
I do wish we got a little more Ronin, because like we don't fully grasp the idea of what he, like, we're told what he did. Like, he ruined New York and Japan's like crime syndicates, but like we could have shown that. Sometimes showing's better than telling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
like,
they showed us a little. He murdered some people.
Well, yeah, and we see that in Endgame as well. But the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the next episode is where we get Ronin.
Well, the next episode we get the best fucking interaction in the whole fucking show.
Which one do you think is the best interaction?
Hi.
Oh, yes, catching the stupid. Hi.
Because Florence Pugh's dry humor mixed with Haley Steinfeld's like upbeat and sarcastic asshole. Kate Bishop. This is not Kate Bishop.
I didn't break anything. I'm way too talented than that. You're probably thinking, what? This is crazy.
She's fucking fantastic.
It was so
I killed you as soon as you came in. Yeah, like, because I don't have the chance to close the door.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
but then, like, even
I want to see the sights and, you know, kill Clint Barton.
Even after that, we have a it's not as good, but it's a great conversation of ideals and motives, and it's not as good as the Punisher Daredevil scene in season 2 of Daredevil, but it's the same ideal used again. Because after the whole, like, I want to see the sights and everything like that, they talk about, I want to kill Barton because of these reasons. Like, they have a whole, like...
No, but her reasons are wrong. Here's what bugs me. The next movie she's in, Yelena, is the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Where she's still working for Valentina. Even though, so unless the Thunderbolts goes back in time a little bit, it doesn't make sense.
So
because she's going to know that she has been lied to by this bitch this whole time, and you're still going to go work for her? That's stupid as hell. Everything she told you about Nat was wrong.
But like
everything she's ever told you was a lie. Why would you go work for her again?
I don't think she's willingly going back to work for her. I think she may be forced to.
She's a goddamn Black Widow, and Valentina's just a bitch. Kill her.
And she has Bucky on her. Why is Bucky working for Valentina?
I have the same question.
Those
are the only two I care about. I understand why all of the other villains are there.
But I'm saying that, like, there's going to be reasons, and they're going to tell you why Yelena
and it's not going to be
working.
a good reason, and it's going to piss me off.
Why not? But guess what? Fuck you.
And it's going to piss me off that Bucky's there,
more
too.
Yelena is good for the soul,
Why Bucky is anywhere near fake-ass Captain America?
He also has his hair down and is using his left arm.
That's true. But that's been erased. They can't just bring it back.
They definitely can.
They can't. I just said so.
They definitely can.
They can't.
It's called comics, my guy.
No, so now Shuri's not good enough. Wakanda's ass, and Russians can just figure it out. All right.
Didn't Bucky leave Wakanda?
After it got lit. He's not the Winter Soldier. That's not in him anymore. Is the whole point.
Yeah, I know.
So apparently Wakanda failed. All right, bro.
I mean, they did. That's the whole point of Wakanda Forever.
Get out of here. Kill yourself. So Clint goes face to face with Maya.
Yeah.
But as the Ronin. And I loved, dude, the scene of him, like, sword to throat of Kazi.
Yeah.
So good. And then just knocking him out. It shows that he's not the Ronin anymore. But also, he could be.
Do we ever get a reason why he goes full Ronin besides, hey, my family died?
No, that's it. His family died, so now he's killing all the bad. Which, like, I respect it.
But like the jump in logic here is a little far-fetched.
It's really not. People go
My
insane with
family's
grief all the
dead.
time.
Let me kill everyone.
No, it wasn't killing everyone.
And
If you did,
Nat doesn't step in.
because she also couldn't find him.
I feel like
They literally make the point in Endgame of trying to track down. He didn't kill everyone. He's killing criminals. Stop making him sound like a murderer.
He is a murderer.
No, he's an executioner. There's a difference.
Is that what you call Punisher?
Yes. As long as you're murdering bad guys, I'm okay with it. You kill the mafia, I'm not going to feel bad. Oh, God.
No, I need to watch the Punisher show. I haven't watched it yet. I know.
But like I don't know. I don't know if it really describes the full reasoning, but I think it is mostly just he wants to rid the world of the bad. And he did a pretty damn good job of it, because he really had all the criminals afraid of the Ronin.
I feel like I just need a little bit more, like, and either from Endgame or from here or something, to like, it can't just be that your family died. It's got to be a little bit more.
I mean, he literally says he was a weapon. He was a killer, but he was always trained, or like he was aimed by the good guy. He didn't have anybody to aim him anymore. He aimed him. So he was still fighting on the right side. He was just doing it the wrong way.
But he never asked for Nat's help, which is crazy. He never asked for like help from anyone.
I mean, they never asked for his help.
They definitely do.
No, they didn't actually.
You don't think
all of Infinity War happened.
Budapest.
Yeah, watch Infinity War. Where's Clint? Who calls Clint? Who helps Clint?
What's going on for them to help Clint? Also, I'm pretty sure he's still locked up at that point.
No, he was on house arrest, the same as Scott.
Okay, so there's your answer.
Yeah, really. There's your answer. Oh, but Thanos is here. They definitely couldn't use your help.
The Sokovia Accords are still in effect.
Yeah, except for when they weren't.
Well, they were.
Hey, who arrested Cap?
You gonna arrest Cap?
Somebody could have tried. Rhodey got himself court-martialed instead. Literally, that is the scene. Yeah, I'll bring him in right now. And that's court-martial. It's literally the scene. Like, they go out of their way to get everybody except Clint.
Because maybe they were like, Clint doesn't need to be part of this. He needs to go with his family.
Natasha never called him.
And then they die.
Natasha never talked to him. Yeah,
because
and I
he's
bet
got a family.
You know what happens? Clint doesn't miss, so Thanos would just have an arrow between the eyes, and this would all be over.
Yeah, it's because of
dude.
Yeah,
it could. Thanos is just a dude. Also,
he's not. We literally saw Iron Man lay the fucking pound town on him and barely get blood off
when he had 4 stones.
Okay, bro's got 2 by the time he lands on Earth.
Yeah.
That's enough to fucking kill anyone.
No. Wasn't enough to kill Thor.
That's because Thor's just him.
Hawkeye is him. Okay, imagine if hold on. Imagine Infinity War ended instead of Thanos winning by him just getting taken out by Hawkeye.
To be fair,
honestly, peak ending. That would have been so good.
I mean, the Avengers are undefeated when it comes to Hawkeye being there.
I was gonna say, when if the Avengers lost? Only when Hawkeye wasn't there. Maybe call him.
What if they lose fucking Doomsday because Kate and Clint aren't there?
See, then it's
and
just
they win
over.
Secret Wars because of there.
Dude, I swear to God, if they're not in both, I'm gonna be pissed. Or at least one. I think there's a decent chance that Clint dies in Doomsday.
Most definitely.
I hope it doesn't happen, but there's a decent chance.
No, you gotta give Kate a little bit of a oomph. Give her like more reason to be a hero.
I feel like she's got that.
Yeah, I know she has that, but give her like she's like, now I have to take the role of Hawkeye. Like I could have had her an out. But no, I don't.
Yeah, but I don't want him to kill Clint. I like Clint.
Or just fully retire Clint.
That I'm cool with, because then you could bring him back if you wanted to. Like, hey, man.
Okay, now Kate's just Hawkeye. Which, I mean, technically she is, because then the show is like, I have a thought, just and then it goes Hawkeye.
When she's trying to come up with her name. Because they're both just Hawkeye. For always.
I think people forget that you can have two people run the same title at the same time. It happens
all the
times
time
in the comics.
Yeah.
The Flash, Spider-Man, Hawkeye.
Let's see. What else happens in this one? I don't know. We're still on the episode where it happens. I can't get over the entire Ronin scene. Him just sneaking around and taking out all of the goons and nobody noticing. And then him just destroying Maya. Because this is it. I mean, in that fight, she was done.
Yeah, but like he gets clocked a few times, that shit. Like he's
cool. Yeah, but watch every other fight between Clint and Maya.
Oh yeah.
It's not like that. It's almost like the suit flips his brain.
Well,
he was the Ronin.
Mode.
Yeah, right. Like he became the Ronin and then chose not to be. Because it's just a version of Clint that's not holding back. And like, I'm not saying that in like the Spider-Man sense, but I'm saying that in like, he is the same level of fighter no matter what, but there's a difference. The Ronin's not afraid to kill you. That's it. That's what he's holding back, is the like actual shit that'll actually fuck you up and not just go to sleep for a couple hours, not a couple always.
I mean, Kate does have to save him in the end though, because he doesn't go full Ronin.
Right. See?
We also get Wilson Fisk introduced in this episode.
Yeah. And we get, is this the episode where we find out Kate's mom is horrifying?
We find out like Kate's
horrible
mom is working with him and had because her dad got killed because of Wilson Fisk, and so she decided to work for the whole.
You got to pay off the debt, but then
paid tenfold, you know.
Yeah, and then still not be able to leave because Wilson Fisk thinks he's that guy. He's not that guy. He got beat up by a teenager who didn't even have a bow.
Well, she's 21.
Same thing. I stole Clint's line from the first episode. You're 12. 22. Same thing.
And no, she used her wits over his brawn, and that's the reason why she wins.
Don't care. Fisk gets bitched by everybody in this show. I'm 90% sure I can beat the shit out of him. Like, I mean, at this point,
made him see fucking God. So,
and then he gets shot in the face. And it doesn't kill him.
Geek, it's also comics.
I know.
This is the most comic booky show we've got.
No, I know.
From Marvel.
No, I get that it's comics, but that gun to the eyeball, that should not be a survival. Unless her aim was just super ass and it like straight up just went like eyeball directly out. Like Carl in The Walking Dead. Spoiler alert. I said that after I spoiled it, so it doesn't really matter.
Also, doesn't that happen like season like 8 of fucking a million?
It's like 6, 7, 6, something. Either way, not important. But like, it couldn't have been a shot through the head, through the eyeball, because there ain't no. I don't care how comic booky you are.
Let me find the fucking comic book panel.
Oh well, I don't.
You shut the fuck up.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Wilson Fisk shot
in the verse. Do we also learn that Kazi's? No, we learned Kazi's bad in the next episode. Right?
No, he shot right in the face in the panel.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because like she's like again like just like in the show straight up to the face.
Well, yeah, but is it angled weird? Does it go like out the side of his head, or
no? It's like if I put
comic books, man, and not understanding how guns work. But that's okay. Oh, that's the guy I've been worried about this whole time. Kingpin.
Big and scary.
He's just a dude.
Hearing Kingpin come out of Jeremy Renner's mouth feels so wrong because it's like you're definitely forcing that out.
What do you mean?
It just doesn't feel like he's like naturally saying it. It sounds like someone dubbed him over. I'm gonna just call him. Like,
oh yeah. So episode 5, which we were still talking about, is also the one where Kate has to live with the idea that she can't be a hero, and then changes her mind that she absolutely can be. Yeah, that was a really quick turnaround.
Yeah, they spent 5
I really
seconds,
thought I could be one of them.
up.
Fuck it, I can.
I mean, she has a supreme confidence in herself, which
I mean, they do point that out.
Okay, I've not rolled anything above 15. There we go.
That fight was so long. I'm reading through trivia
I just removed
stuff.
an obstacle. I could watch that scene for ages and never get sick of it.
I know what box mac and cheese tastes like. Okay, I know it's delicious. You have one fork. I'm one person. That's so weird.
This is not cutlery, Kate Bishop.
This is not cutlery. I did not try to kill you.
I'm too weak to touch.
I put you on a wire to remove. A, I put you on a wire to remove an obstacle. And B, I did not break anything. I'm way too talented than that. And C, stop being so defensive. Yes, the Black Widow assassin when I walk into my apartment. Don't be defensive.
Dude, when I tell you, there like anytime like Florence Pugh's on screen, I will pay attention because she's just perfect in everything she does, bro.
I love Clint getting so serious in this episode.
Yeah.
With the like, someone just hired a Black Widow assassin. This just got very real very quickly. He's just like, okay, this is no longer we just have to fuck around and figure out the tracksuit thing. You need to be done. You're getting benched. This is too much. And to me, it wasn't like he doesn't like Kate. It's more because I know a lot of people thought that. To me, it was just like, no, now that the widows are involved, it's that and watching her almost die anyways. It's just that I can't protect her, so no.
Yeah, you're not protecting someone against a Black Widow.
Right. He's like, I'll do this myself now.
Someone's dying.
I loved all of that.
I also love because they also spent part of this episode showing someone coming back from the blip.
Yeah.
Which was like excellently done in showing like it felt like an instant to them and they lose 5 fucking years and everything's different. Nat was alive when she left and now Nat's dead. It's just like
and it's all Barton's fault.
It is Barton's fault. I mean,
except it's not, but
he should have fought better.
Oh my god.
He should have.
It's Nat.
That's fair.
What do you want? Man, he tried. He straight up tried. And he did win.
For a second.
And then she just jumped farther, I guess. I don't know.
Basically.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I mean, Marvel does a really good job at show how Nat's is more talented than Sunday is throughout like the whole series, like especially in hand-to-hand combat.
Not even just that, showing how much more talented she is than all of the other widows.
Yeah,
like Nat was special.
Mm-hmm.
At least in regards to those types of characters. And I mean, shit, she even competed with Bucky for a bit until until Bucky remembered. Oh right, super soldier. Sometimes Bucky forgets. He literally told us that. Why didn't you use the metal arm? I didn't think of it. I'm right-handed.
I mean, he puts it into a dishwasher in the new movie, so
I do love that.
I feel like if Marvel really, really wanted to hand Scarlett Johansson a check, they could do so many prequels on Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like they could have done the 90s.
Budapest.
I
just want Budapest. I just want
the Winter. You could do the Winter Soldier.
I just want there's so much they could do with the Winter Soldier too. It's tough. I hate that they killed Nat so early. I know it's 10 years in, but like her and Bucky, there's a lot there in the comics, and you just did none of it, and that makes me really upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I still feel like you could, even now, like I know people are like really pissed. They're like, we know Nat's dead. Like it doesn't really matter. I'm like, but like the story sets up things.
right.
And we get to see things that we didn't know about before. We didn't know about the Red Guardian. We didn't know about USSR bullshit. If you show us the Winter Soldier interaction, it's like we get this thing fleshed out. We get Budapest. Be great.
In the last episode, we get more trick arrows, and we get. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get us back on topic because this is going to be our longest episode ever.
That's fine. I know we're on hour 45 for Revenge. Okay, we're that close. Anyways, before we get to the last episode, there is a great idea that was presented on, I believe, Reddit, was doing a Yelena Kate movie with the flashing back to Budapest with ScarJo and
that'd be
Jeremy
cool.
Renner. And it's like they're like
mirrored.
Paralleling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last episode, there's a lot to go over. They get trick arrows.
They make trick arrows.
Yeah.
And he's.
I want to know where he got more Pym particles.
I don't know. I feel like there was something where it's like, don't touch that. I have to ask Scott about that. I'm like, Scott won't know shit about that.
And then they get their new suits.
Yeah.
We get another Christmas party, which makes sense. It's New York around Christmas time.
It's also rich people.
I want to spend one like Christmas and New Year's season in New York one time in my life.
I want to kill myself instead.
Why?
We talked about this in the chef episode. Party cities give me anxiety.
New York is not a party city.
In Christmas time, it is.
Now, you know what? That's valid. I will concede that point to you, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know. We get the Clint partners. We're partners now. The line she'd been waiting all of her life for.
We get Clint actually doing shit rather than, being.
He always does shit.
Yeah, but like he's doing shit in the way that aid Kate rather than him doing his own bullshit, like setting up bombs and taking out things, because he does it so effortlessly. Like if Kate did that, it would take her an hour to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he sets everything up in the Clint way rather than dealing with the Kate way at the same time.
Oh yeah, last episode we got Jack getting arrested. I think we've forgotten to talk about the whole side plot of Jack being framed as like the guy running Sloan Limited and laundering money for the tracksuits. Pretty fucked up of Kate's mom to be doing that. Part of me really hopes like Kate and Jack stay like kind of friends after this whole thing, and she like never talks to her mom.
Yeah.
Like we both got screwed over in the same way. We can be friends. But also Jack, it did not take much for him to go full murder hobo.
Yeah, might as well, right? I mean, people are getting murdered in the street right now, so might as well just join them and take it like a bad guys.
He was having way too much fun. I do love that they point out like in this episode they're like, you just got. He did, but I just love Clint pointing out, walking around a party with a sword the day after getting released from jail, from getting arrested for allegedly killing your uncle with a sword. All right.
The show being so self-aware of itself is what makes it so good.
They treat it like a comic. We keep saying it, but it is the most comic booky MCU thing, at least maybe ever. She-Hulk's up there.
I would say She-Hulk and maybe Deadpool and Wolverine to a point.
Maybe.
But She-Hulk and Hawkeye, I would say definitely take the cake with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think other things. The elevator scene with Yelena and Kate is so funny.
Dude, that whole sequence of like everything starting and then
that
like,
whole fight, and then they're just like standing there.
They're really fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah, so did the kick through. Yeah, that was a good
It was
one.
good form.
But you with
We did
the body throw,
Oh,
they're
now
definitely setting those two up to be friends.
I, well, I mean, Yelena's in New York, right next to Kate's building, in Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Who knows? I really want to see. I desperately want to see them on screen again together.
I also love this entire show being so Clint. I'm not a hero. I'm not a role model. I'm not any of that. Leading to Kate finally just screaming at him about how he is.
Yeah.
The entire, aliens invaded. I watched you jump from a building even though you can't fly. And I thought if he could do that, then I didn't have to be scared. You showed me being a hero isn't just for the people who can fly or shoot lasers out of their hands. It's for anyone brave enough to do what's right, which also sounded so much like a Captain America speech.
I mean, yeah.
But it's okay. Every speech sounds like a Cap speech.
That's true.
Cap is the king of speeches.
Optimus Prime exists, but okay.
I don't give a fuck about the robots, dog.
You don't need to. That speech, and then you hit the Linkin Park. Perfect. Show me a Captain America speech. You can do that with Linkin Park. Edit one of those, and I'll concede if it's
I was
good.
gonna say I will, because Linkin Park's doing a lot of heavy lifting for that guy.
If you get a Captain America speech and you do it properly and you edit it, I'll concede the point.
I'm gonna just see if I can find one on TikTok. I don't know where my phone is.
Clinton kills a guy with the suplex, which I loved.
I don't think he's dead.
No, but I want. Well, he didn't die. He comes after Maya.
Yeah, he took him out with the suplex though, and I do love that.
But he jumps in the tree, and then Kate's like, "Okay, we're gonna get you out of the tree." And then they have the amazing fight on the ice.
Please don't do anything stupid. I'll get myself down. It's okay. What are you doing? Oh God. Yeah, and then the entire sequence on the ice is so good, even after Kate leaves.
Yeah, like because the
Yelena
I
fight.
wanted to die, and she just fought better. Is like she's like, you're lying. I'm like, dude, he is on his knees in front of a Black Widow. You think this is the point in time he's going to lie to you?
Dude, the whistle, and then just she talked about you all the time. Dude,
I want to see that. Show me, Marvel.
You got so much time with her line, the delivery of it, all of it, and Clint's. Yes, I did. It's so good. It's so good. It's cinema, but it's a TV show, you see. So it's not cinema.
And people thought this would have been better if Spider-Man swooped down. Fuck you. I don't care.
No, dude.
Spider-Man's my favorite fucking superhero, and I can say this thing was much better without him being anywhere near it.
Nothing was going to stop her, Yelena. You know Natasha. She made her choice, and we're going to have to find a way to live with that. Oh, cutting back to last episode real quick. The last episode. Clint going up to the remembrance statue for the Avengers and talking to Nat. Mm-hmm. And I try to earn what you gave me, but I'm so sorry, and immediately becoming the Roman. So good. So good.
It reminds me of the Charlie Cox, I'm asking for forgiveness, Father, before he does something.
Yeah.
It hits to another level. It's like, I know what I'm about to do is wrong, but I need to do it.
But I have to do it. It
kicks ass.
The final 2 episodes of this show are so perfect.
Yes.
It's just so good.
We haven't touched on we're skipping over a lot of this because again, we're trying to fit a movie review into a TV review. This is probably the longest because we're covering 6 episodes.
Right.
And then we have to go on our tangents because we're us.
Yeah.
But we even talked about the LARPers. We barely talked about the side plot with Kate's mom.
Yeah.
And then that leads to Kate fighting Wilson Fisk, and where she gets her ass fucking handed to her.
Yes. But she wins somehow.
He got hit by a car, and then she's like, brain.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye. And then he gets shot in the eye.
Is he blind in both eyes now? You saw Echo.
I don't actually know. I need to rewatch Echo.
In the comics, he's got 2 bandages over his eyes. So
Yeah.
I'll probably get an eye eventually, because the Daredevil trailer shows him with 2 eyes. So
it is tough though watching Yelena be so confident in what she's told about how Nat died and about Clint, and watching all of that break away like, oh shit, that's not how it happened.
this good shit.
That's tough, dude. The acting, at least from the main, what I'm calling the main 3, Clint, Kate, and Yelena, is so good.
You know what's hilarious? Elena doesn't get fully introduced like into the story until episode fucking 4.
But to me, she's still one of the main 3. I don't care. Technically, Maya doesn't get introduced for the first 3 episodes either.
Yeah, but like she gets 4 full episodes, but like only gets 3 full episodes. So
yeah,
I have a 6 episode fucking order. So
the "You're my partner" line is still good too. Kingpin won't take this lightly. He's gonna react. He's gonna do it in a big way. This is my mess to clean up. You should be with your family. You can still make it in time for Christmas. Kate, you're my partner. Your mess is my mess. Also, the end of it is so good. It's very rare and special when you meet somebody who makes you better in every way. And then he brings up the lady who made their suits. It was so good. I loved it. I'm not here to ruin anything. I'm just gonna kill Barton, have some appetizers, and then I'll go.
I'm looking up a fact. I'm trying to make sure I'm right.
Oh God.
Okay, do you know why those 3 really hit hard? They're all Academy Award nominated or winners.
Well, yeah, I mean,
all 3 of them.
They can all act.
But they're acting their asses off.
Oh yeah, they really put the work in for this show.
Yeah,
I'm
saying this Avengers stuff, but like it's savage. But like again, elevated.
For Renner, this might be his best stuff. I don't know.
It definitely is.
I don't know. I haven't watched everything he's ever done.
I've seen stuff he's in, and he's still
dude.
savage,
and the gaslighting from Kate's mom at the end of this. Is this what heroes do? Arrest their mothers on Christmas? Yeah, bitch. What do you mean? You're the villain here, right? Ugh.
Such a fucking good show, man. Like, I feel like a lot of people forget about the show existing because it came in a weird time.
Right.
Like, it was right after No Way Home, and it's focused on Christmas. So everyone's like, "Oh, I don't rewatch this every year," or like, "I only watch this at Christmas time," or whatever. Like we did. But
yeah, oh yeah. There's no way to know how much this movie or this show made.
No, I think we know how much it cost though. It's like
it doesn't say on IMDb, but
it probably was $250 per episode.
Probably. And it used it damn well.
Yeah.
The only time I ever really had an issue was a little bit during the chase scenes, the cars. Because you could tell it was green screen outside. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, this looks really good. I mean, you don't really need that much when it comes to this. Like, you just have to help the shots a little bit, like the actual shots.
Yeah.
And because both Renner and Steinfeld were both trained archers, so
yeah.
They didn't really need too much help with it, but they needed help with like the coin shot, because no one fucking does that. Again, we didn't talk about the dog or the bullshit when they're
dude, Lucky Pizza Dog, yeah, Sir Dog of Pizza,
Dog Pizza,
Sir Dog of Pizza. Oh, interesting.
What's interesting?
I'm double checking before I say it.
Bro, I was about to say something not factual.
I think it's factual.
Well, it sounds like it's not factual.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, so the lady who plays Echo is actually deaf And Jeremy
so
Renner
it doesn't
and
have,
Haley Steinfeld both learned American Sign Language to be able to talk to her on set, which is really cool.
she also doesn't have a leg.
Yeah, well, I knew that.
Well, yeah, but like, how perfect it is to find the deaf and
Right?
disabled person for this role.
Right? It's just perfect. You're perfect. Good work.
and indigenous and indigenous and
Yep.
indigenous.
You might not get there. It's okay.
And from here before the white people got here.
Um, what
It
else
was a pretty
happened?
really hard requirement to hit for a character, and they fucking did it.
Right?
Power to the fucking Marvel casting division.
Oh, that makes sense. I did wonder why they looked so similar. Young Maya and adult Maya. They're cousins.
Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's good to know. Dude, and okay, we got to get to the end of the show. So Kate gets her mom arrested, so now she has no family. And Clint takes her back to the farm. I love the I brought home a couple strays. And it's just Kate and Pizza Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I love how dude, Clint's wife is great.
She's fucking fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we got a little bit more of her.
Clint,
because we only get her in this movie. And...
I just wish there would have been the joke. Really, Clint? Another female partner? She just doesn't care, man. Like, whatever.
Well, I think it's funny because I think before Age of Ultron, everyone was like, they kind of assumed that Hawkeye and Black Widow had a thing together.
Right.
They walk in, they're like, he's got a secret family. Like, they are just like best friends.
Everyone's floored by the fact that he has a family. And like, even more so that Nat knows. They're like, wait a minute, what? Why do you get no?
He's obviously agent. She's obviously an agent, and these are smaller agents.
Yes. It's so good. It's such a good show. And I know we didn't talk about like all of the Christmas stuff that's involved with this show, but I mean the show is entirely set during Christmas, and the whole plot is to get Clint back to his family for Christmas.
By Christmas.
Because he makes the promise to his daughter that he will be there for Christmas, and he was.
Yes.
So good dad. Now he missed all of the stuff leading into Christmas, but
what do you do leading into Christmas?
well, I mean,
what
literally all of the plans that he had made with his kids.
Ah, fuck those. Them kids.
But it's so like I don't know everything about. I don't know if I have a complaint about this show. I don't know if I can find one.
I do.
Hit me so I can tell you how you're wrong and you're stupid.
Not enough people talk about it.
Oh, you know what? Damn. I can't say he's wrong and he's stupid. I thought you meant a complaint about the show, not a complaint about.
It is about the show.
No, it's not. It's a complaint about marketing.
Because his problem is marketability. Yes.
I don't know.
Anything else you want like to add to this?
I'm trying to think if there is. I don't think so. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And if you have seen it, watch it again. Because it's worth it. It's top tier content.
We're like, what? When this comes out, this is 16 days of Christmas. You have enough time to watch 6 episodes of a TV show. Fucking do it.
I watched it in a night, so you can too.
Yeah, I was say I watched it in like 3, I think. So you can literally run through this shit. Like,
because they're an hour per episode, but like you got the 20 minutes of recap at the beginning and the 10 minutes of credits at the end. It's really only like at most 40 minutes an episode. At most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they hate leaving cliffhangers. You're gonna want to watch the next episode after that.
True. So
next week we have I don't know if are we fully set on having Polar Express be our next episode, or
I think so.
okay?
I don't know. Do you want it to be the other one with the guest?
I don't give a shit, bro. We'll do one or the other. You either get a special episode or you get Polar Express next week. And if we don't do the other one, if we don't do one of them, the other one's the week after that. Anyways,
Wow.
until then, that's how scheduling works, Geek.
I know.
Okay?
Wow. You explained it like we're all fucking stupid. So.
Because sometimes we are. Okay, especially you. But until next week, remember to subscribe, do whatever on the podcasting format, 5 stars, whatever bullshit it is. But until then, bye bye.